Got this question here from our quitter friend. His name's Skit. Skit the quitter. Says, hi, I'm the worst quitter ever. Excuses after excuses. I always find a way to let people down with great believers in my success. Every time I finally get close to being able to be stable in my life or having more success, I just quit. Long story short, he made the basketball team, starting position on the basketball team. They lost the first game and he quit. A few months later, he quits school. He drops out of school. He just wants to go home and play Call of Duty. That's what he says. I just can't seem to get myself going. The worst about this all is that I probably know exactly what I need to do, so on and so forth. He thinks maybe he should break his Xbox. Basically, the long story short, he wants to know why he's such a big fucking quitter. You know, when your soul chooses the body that it's going to go on this journey of life with, it knows that there are certain challenges that are going to help its progression, right? Bear with me. I'm being a little bit poetic here, and if you don't believe in souls or whatever, just kind of pretend it's a fairy tale, but it's a cool one. Your soul chooses your body and chooses your parents. It chooses the experiences that are going to be inherent in the circumstances of your life. And it knows that there are certain challenges that you're going to face based on how the stars lined up, based on your genetic makeup, based on the time and the place that you're born. There are going to be certain challenges. It knows this. There's an innate part of you that knows this. And it chose you because it knows that for its own fulfillment, for you to become the strongest version of yourself, if you will, that you've got to get through these fucking challenges. They're put there specifically for you, right? They're not arbitrary. See, we have these experiences in our life that are not fun, that are difficult. You know, you lose a loved one, you lose a limb, you get really sick. See, these are easy ones. You're just just quitting basketball because you lost a game. But you're gonna experience shit in life. You're gonna experience some tough fucking shit. I mean, you can lose your parents, you can lose your children. Like I said, you could lose your limbs, you could be flat broke and hungry. There are so many different experiences that you're probably going to experience in life. You know, getting in an accident, and there's so much. And each one of those aren't arbitrary. Think about how bad it could possibly become. That is not arbitrary. It is purposeful. It is set there for your growth, right? That's what life is about. Life is engaging in all of those really difficult situations for your growth, because always on the other end of that pain is a stronger version of yourself. That's why that pain is there. Like we weight train in the weight room, you know, it's very painful to the body. We subject our body to the pain of lifting weights in order to experience the growth that's on the other end of the pain. Catabolism, anabolism. Life is that balance between catabolic and anabolic. Catabolic is when you're being broke the fuck down. Anabolic is the bounce back associated with going through the circumstance. So here you are, I assume you're a fairly young dude, and you're faced with these little bullshit circumstances, like maybe, you didn't get good grades in school, so you fucking quit. You didn't win the basketball game, so you fucking quit. You're still taking for example, I'm looking for big problems. I want big problems to come my way. Now this sounds crazy, and I've said it in many videos in many different ways for many years, but I basically sometimes I ask God, what's the next challenge for me, right? What do you want to have happen to me so that I'm forced to grow? You lose a fucking basketball game, dude. You're still in nursery school where this is all concerned. You mentioned breaking your Xbox? Yeah, maybe you should just fucking break your Xbox and then move out of your parents' house. Go live in be a tenement dweller. Go live in tent city with the homeless people or something. Go do something that forces you to look the ugliness in the face so that you can deal with it, so that you can grow past it, so that you become a stronger version of yourself. Every time you back away from any of these challenges, these circumstances, these failures. There's no such thing as a failure, okay? You didn't lose that basketball game because you're a failure. You didn't drop out of school, or you didn't have the experience that caused you to drop out of school because you're a failure. And those circumstances posed to you in order for you to grow stronger. And even if you fail and fail and fail and fail, if you get knocked in your fucking face 10 times. You're not a failure until you quit, motherfucker. You're a failure because you're not choosing to play life. Now, if you don't choose to play life while you're here, and you don't go through the challenges that are inherent in your soul development, you'll probably have to fucking come back. Again, I'm being poetic. You don't have to believe in reincarnation. I happen to think that the soul doesn't, like energy, is never destroyed. I mean, we go and we come, we go and we come. And your soul being a form of energy, it's not going to be destroyed. It doesn't fucking just disappear like it's not here anymore. Just like when water melts, it goes into the air. It's not that the water's not here anymore. It's just in a different form. Then it comes back into water, turns into ice. Boom, boom, boom. Same thing with us. We're ice, we're hard, we're tangible, we're material. We turn into ether, air, right? When we die. Boom, boom. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The fact is that this metaphor of the soul, call it the mind, call it the great unconscious, whatever, is not going to be satisfied with your bullshit performance here on earth if you don't take some fucking chances. Grow some balls. Put yourself in desperate situations just so you can grow. That's when you produce your greatest work. That's when you become the strongest version of yourself. If you have an easy road towards becoming the strongest version of yourself, trust me, you haven't gotten started. Remember hearing a story about Van Gogh, the great artist. During his days of creating his works of art, no one would buy his shit. He was a fucking failure. I mean, he died not being able to sell his art. I mean, today his art is worth millions in many cases. Starry Night, you've seen these. And even in that situation where he's faced with such challenges that he really couldn't sell his art for very much at all, when he felt that he was becoming comfortable or content, maybe he had enough to put food in his mouth. Apparently he lived with his brother, I think. And we'd sell some art and got comfortable because he could feed himself, he could buy some art equipment and kind of like live his life on coast easily. He noticed that his art started to suffer. His soul wasn't progressing. He wasn't becoming a better artist, a stronger version of himself. And he would purposefully give away all his material and go live in the street until he felt the muse come back, till he felt that passion deep within him that causes him to grow stronger in his particular craft to come back. He threw himself into the frying pan. You get a little warm and you run away. You can be a pussy if you want to. That's a choice. But you're gonna die a pussy and have to do it all over again. Might as well man up now, face the heat, and grow stronger.